You can always link passion to giving in your church. If highly passionate people are going to give in passionate ways. People that are not passionate are going to struggle in their capacity to give. Now, I'm not talking about somebody may have a bigger job or more wages. I'm talking about within their context. Jesus said about the woman who gave 2 mites, she gave more than everybody else because she gave all that she had. I'm talking about passionate giving. Passionate giving rolls out of that passion that you create. Let me give you, real quickly, it's not in this presentation, but let me give you a little statistic. I hesitate giving this sometimes because it's often misinterpreted. And I don't want you to misinterpret or abuse what I'm about to tell you, okay? But a study was done on giving patterns in the local church, and here's what they discovered. The average person who just goes to church on Sunday morning from time to time, hears the message, sings the songs, claps when the choir sings, all that kind of stuff. They just show up for church on a regular basis. They give an annual giving of $500 per year. Okay, so I just show up, I just go to church, I give about $500 per year. You take that same person and move them into a role of involvement. They start serving as an usher, they're a greeter, they teach a Sunday school class, they play in the music band, they sing in the choir. The average person's giving will go to $1,500 per year. You take that same person and get them involved in a small group, which means 6 to 10 people to which they are highly connected to, they meet with, they pray together with, they have coffee together with, they support one another. They're just like a small group within your church. And the average person's giving will rise to over $3,000 per year in giving. Somebody heard me say that and said, I'm starting small groups next week in my church and I'm assigning everybody to one of them. And I said, you missed the whole point. You're abusing the system now. What I'm talking about is passion development. They went from just watching the church to being a part of the church to engaging the people of the church. And as their passion increased, their partnership and their contribution in the body of Christ increased proportionately. So what you need to do is realize that you're in the people moving business. You're in the process of moving people forward into deepening relationships and ministry involvement. If you make that your objective rather than the offering plate, because you can stand up there and ask for more money every single week and be frustrated that it's not meeting the budget or not taking care of all your responsibilities. But if you refocus yourself into people progression and people development, then you're going to naturally create the resources that you need because people are going to be highly connected and more connected to the ministry of opportunity. Passionate volunteers and donors realize that the fuel, they become the fuel of that ministry. They refuel that ministry over and over again. Excited volunteers, they tell that story. When you get to stand up in front of your congregation and talk about the life change that happened, when you get to begin to talk about the experience that somebody had in their life, things begin to churn in a more positive way. It begins to become contagious to that church. So you're creating that organizational momentum as a result of that.